Hey everyone, this is Vinzer and welcome back to the Book of Flinn. The happy day has finally arrived and a double congratulations to Juice and Jinx on the birth of two beautiful baby boys. We have it on good authority that Juice has been peed on several times. We're very happy to welcome these two little Mandos to the family, and much like my own stepson and the other kids of this pirate gang, they are going to grow up with a whole lot of aunts and uncles that are going to love them and potentially embarrass the shit out of them. Juice is quite forgivably absent from tonight's recording, so it looks like Jenny and I are turned loose to gab like the old pals we are, and eventually get around to some Picard episode 6. So let's head to the conference room and open hailing frequencies.
Woo!
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hello. Look, that's super bright.
Are you making an ugh sound for you or me or both?
No, because my camera came on and it was like, ah!
Oh, I'm never ready for it.
I like to sort of balance the brightness with like the other person's screen.
Oh, well, I got
you got this
LED lights and a lamp in here because I can't stand the natural light.
Yeah, I understand.
Blackout curtains to hide from the world.
Oh, you and Bri have very similar working spaces.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got the lights, he's got the curtains.
Oh, I love the LED lights. Because you can change them. Like I have them as a soft, warm orange these days, but when I want to be in like my 80s nostalgia mode, I turn them purple. It's not working. Never mind. God damn it.
Well done. I had a thing to tell you.
Yeah?
About our old pal Sean Jordan.
Oh,
the word burglar.
The word burglar.
Yeah, the word burglar is, so there's a new Transformers series right now. Yeah, bots. I think it's like, I don't know, it's like more kiddie or something. Yeah, but I guess it's coming out on Netflix. Anyway, he is the voice of Starscope. Must
be a new one, but that's huge. That's for a fucking 80s kid lover like him. That's really cool.
Yeah, right? That's super.
Good for him.
The guys on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians podcast.
That's such a great name.
I know. Yeah, they were like wearing one of his t-shirts. They just interviewed Will Wheaton and they just...
People were saying, why isn't Will Wheaton included in the whole TNG renewal for Picard season 3? And then it was brought up like, oh, he's off with the Traveler, but no, he was at the wedding. He was at Riker and Troy's wedding, so he's around. And he was wearing a Starfleet uniform, so I do kind of wish they'd at least give us some sort of official word on what Wesley Crusher's been doing in canon. You know what I mean?
I feel like I think there's going to be a lot of stuff like in season 3 that they're not talking about.
Yeah,
like I think. I don't believe that he's not going to be in it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I find that. I mean, I guess they're just going with the big 7, right? But that there's a lot more that could go with that.
Like Star Trek Mission Chicago, like the big Chicago convention happened this weekend.
Oh.
And Kate Mulgrew did a panel and somebody asked her, are you going to be in Picard season 3? And she's like, you better watch.
Even if they know they're not allowed to say, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I don't know, like the showrunner who it's not Kurtzman, it's not Michael Chabon, it's Harry Metalis or something. Sorry, I'm like nerding out already.
Good.
I'm just like, hi, here's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, good.
So the day that all got announced, he was on Twitter just answering people's questions. So, and somebody said like, oh my God, we're going to see Beverly. And he's like, oh, you're going to see Beverly. And he said, you're not ready.
Oh, that's, what's going to happen? I'm excited now.
Yeah. I guess he and Michael Dorn like spent a whole lot of time like talking about where they both thought like figured Worf would be at this point.
Right.
Like, so there's all like there's all of this. There's
oh man,
Jenny's head explodes.
Yeah. Yeah, season 3 can't come fast enough. I forgot to actually watch the video, but I saw on Reddit, I must have been this past weekend as well, someone said they were doing a question and answer with Kate Mulgrew, and it was somebody's wife. He said, my wife asked if Janeway murdered Tuvix. I don't know what the answer was. I have to go back and check that out. What a question to ask, eh? Did you murder Tuvix? I hope she said yes.
Right? Oh my god, that's amazing.
That took some guts. Like, imagine that guy's like, don't ask her that. You can't ask Jay. No, I'm gonna fucking ask her. I want to know.
I love that. Good. I love that so much. I had a lot of FOMO this weekend. I'm gonna go to an actual Star Trek convention someday.
Oh man, yeah, I've never been to one that's just Star Trek shit. That'd be great.
Yeah, either Chicago or like the big one is in Vegas.
Yeah, and the same thing with like the Star Wars celebration. I always see about it, but I don't have FOMO with that because I don't know. Star Trek fans, I feel like, do a better job of not being overly possessive about the fandom, whereas you go to Star Wars, and this is not against anybody or anything, but it's the official cosplay groups. I find the people are great, but the rules running them, I find, can be very restrictive and elitist.
Yeah.
And so, like, if just some rando Mando went with his suit, they have seen it happen before. They get looked down on, and I don't like that. That's a big thing with me in cosplays. We're just here to have fun. Like, who fucking cares if your left gauntlet isn't fucking perfect or something,
Exactly.
So I always see these big photos of Mandalorians and Stormtroopers and stuff, and I'm like, great, you guys are having fun. Kind of glad I'm not there. I'm just, I'm happy doing my own thing.
Yep.
I think Star Trek fans win that one for inclusion. I look forward to your angry letters, everybody. Steal another Craig Ferguson line. Look forward to your angry tweets.
I wish he was still in the air. Oh my god.
Oh man, once I heard he was off that show, and I mean nothing against the James Corden guy, but I was like, I'm done. If there's not going to be Craig Ferguson fucking around with his gay robot skeleton, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Oh yeah. He had Carrie Fisher on like a lot.
Yeah? Oh, that must have been
And
fun.
They're just,
she's
like
a
just
riot, man.
chaos,
I like Carrie Fisher. I love how we're bouncing around subjects randomly.
I know.
When they were promoting the new Star Wars films and Carrie Fisher was still with us and she was doing all the interviews and she had her dog with her. And she's just such a fucking fuck around person having fun. And this dog's named Gary, isn't it?
Gary, yep.
Yeah, Gary had his tongue hanging out. And she's like, that's what you'll be like when you see the movie. That's your face will be just like this. It might have actually been you who made the quote. Something about Carrie Fisher lived the dream, but fucking Harrison Ford in his prime. Was that you that said that?
Very likely.
Somebody said that. It sounded like something you
very likely
said. I mean that as a compliment. It was very clever.
And true.
Yeah. I mean, I would have fucked Harrison Ford in his prime. Fuck it. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was a fake headline, but it was, it rang true. It was when someone asked Harrison Ford what Han Solo's favorite color was, and the return quote was, "I wish George Lucas would die." I mean, it's obviously a joke, but it's Harrison Ford, so maybe, I don't know. Who shot first? Who gives a shit?
He's so funny.
Oh, I love him.
Oh my god. Hey. Oh, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Yes.
So I have to ask, how far did you get on the Hobbits' faces on Sunday? Any progress?
I got Sam started, so I got some like shadows blocked in on his face. At the end, by the end of the hour, the consensus was, and Bryant put it very well, that if he walked into the bar, Bryant would charge him up front for a beer.
Would charge Sam?
Yeah, because he looks like he just like got up off the floor after being beat down. Like he looks so bad. Like,
oh,
I was like, okay, so it's been an hour. I'm gonna leave this at the ugliest stage it will be at. You're welcome, everyone.
Should tweet that shit at Sean Astin. Go, it's not done yet. Oh god. It's funny seeing which celebrities interact with fans on Twitter with fan art. Rosario Dawson, Ming-Na Wen, and Katie Sackhoff. I follow them all for the Star Wars stuff, but they really engage with their fans a lot. Especially I find Ming-Na.
That's awesome.
She sees cool artwork. She retweets it with all the the Fennec Shan orange and black hearts. She just
cool.
Really
that's awesome.
It's nice when the celebrities aren't dicks.
It really is. It really is. So we were sort of like throwing around, we talked, like, wouldn't it be cool if this person was in season 3, like the last time we talked, and then that happened.
And you said Barkley. Yeah.
Yeah,
great answer.
I know. And then this happened, so yeah, it's been a big week for Star Trek.
Yeah, I love in Lower Decks when they reference really obscure TNG stuff like Roga Danar and shit like that. It's like, and you and me were like, wait, we know exactly who that is. We don't have to look that up. Like, it's,
I know.
such fan service. It's great.
So did you see any pictures from the Lower Decks panel at Mission Chicago?
No, I'm completely behind the loop on that one.
It's I follow too many Star Trek groups, but and on Instagram it's all like the meme accounts too. So anyway,
yeah,
there's this whole like community of them. The Lower Decks crew. So it was Jack Quaid and I want to say Thandie Newton, but that's not her name.
Tandy Newsom.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Tandy something. Yeah.
Yes, Newsom. Yeah.
Right.
And the girl who plays. Oh my God, their name. Yes, Tandy was there, and Jerry O'Connell.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he's Ransom.
Yeah. The 4 of them came in cosplay, in Lower Decks cosplay.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the spirit right there.
And Quaid even had like purple Boimler hair.
Oh, cool.
Like, so they were having, like, they clearly were like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to us. Like, we're just
having fun.
Yeah.
Remember years ago in Montreal when they did the big TNG reunion and John Delancey just fucking barged in?
Yes, I do.
He had a microphone in the back and he interrupted somebody. He had to be. I remember he tried to say that's bullshit, but he remembered he was in a crowd of people, so he had to not curse.
He's amazing.
Yeah, we didn't see him in this episode though.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. I was kind of disappointed at that.
But will we see him next week? I feel like we're gonna.
I think so. Well, we got 4 episodes left, so oh my God, this episode, more questions, not enough answers. The buildup is killing me, but in the best way possible.
Oh yeah, big time.
Should we start going down our list of notes?
Probably.
Should we get to work? Well, this one, as you said last week, this was directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Yes, I called it.
The gala episode. So I'll jump right in here. The first one is Talon asks, "Who is Laris anyhow?" And Picard says, "No one important." And she goes, "Ah, that's what it looks like when you lie." Awesome, and he was like, "You got me."
There was there was, again, putting pieces into place, but also a lot happened, but also didn't.
Yeah.
But did.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Borg Queen first.
Okay.
See, that's a pretty big factor in this episode. Agnes's not so imaginary friend. So they're like bonded like fucking Venom and Eddie Brock now, aren't they?
Yeah. And you know what the name of the episode was? And it was only in the last 5 minutes before I got on here that I was like, oh, that's what it means. 2 of 1.
2 of 1, yeah. That's very clever.
Not 7 of 9, but 2 of 1.
Yeah. Wasn't 7 having fun at the party? She's chatting. I think she forgot what the mission was. She's like just being a normal person out chatting and drinking. I think Raffi made a point of pointing it out. There's a lot of baggage with those implants, so she's just 7, stay on task here. She's the one we heard from the least in this episode. It's like she tuned out.
It's just funny because you don't think about, we're so familiar with her that you don't even really see that.
It's true.
But the connection to the Borg for the average person who probably lost someone at Wolf 359 and like, all of that. It's just, it's sort of interesting to think like, no wonder she ended up out on the fringes, Totally.
Agnes was handcuffed to the chair and the Borg Queen, she says something like, give me a little more control and I can help you. And then she just goes, pull. And then she got Borg strength. She just breaks them like they're nothing. That was a little freaky.
Oh, yeah.
Think she could do it, and pow.
And she's so like insidiously, it's like she's just climbing up a little staircase, like there's another step. Okay,
There, Agnes is starting to say "we" as well now too. Like she said it without meaning to.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know. I don't think there's going to be any getting them apart after this. I think Agnes's character's forever changed, and she's on a very different trajectory.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really new territory, isn't it? As far as Borg stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool the way they're doing it.
Yeah. Like it's, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's sort of the next evolution of it. It's not necessarily a physical thing, but it's like
yeah. What does that mean for the collective?
Yeah.
You know, like this, all these new Borg. It's like a whole new race of Borg, or it's going to be. So jumping ahead a bit here, but at the end of the episode, sticking with the Borg Queen stuff, Agnes goes into the city, and I'm like, oh my God, is she going to start assimilating people? Like, what is she doing? She just walked off.
Yeah, I just got goosebumps ominous. Thinking about it. Like,
I know, right? Like, it's ominous.
It's like it. Because again, the whole episode, like it was, they were like ramping it up, but it still, there wasn't a lot happening, and that was like,
oh. There are some great behind the scenes photos too of that with her on the dance floor without the eye special effects, whatever, and she's just like dancing with Allison Pill, and it was very cute. It looked like they're having a great time, and the Borg Queen couldn't look more out of place with all these people in formal wear. The contrast is quite jarring.
It's she's fantastic.
She is, yeah.
That actress, yeah. Like it took a minute to sort of get the rhythm of her queen, but I mean that kind of happened on Voyager too, when there was the different one in the middle. Like it's sort of, you get so used to the Alice Kree thing, but oh yeah, she's like.
At one point she says, oh, I do miss Locutus. And then I immediately thought, wait a minute. Okay, is this means she's the one Borg? But it's like, okay, no, if one Borg knows something, every Borg knows something, right?
Exactly.
So Borg in the fucking 3 of 14 in sanitation, he misses Locutus too because, right? I was like, okay.
I imagine him mopping like, I miss Locutus.
There's a guy like horribly converting babies into Borg. Oh, I miss Locutus.
I know. I like that's sort of that they're bringing that back too, because it's over the years, Janeway made short work of them, and like they've been defeated.
Yeah.
Because when you think back to when they first appeared, and the Enterprise was stuck out in the middle of nowhere with them, and they're cutting into the hull, and 18 people died. Like, it was bonkers,
It was horrifying. Yeah. I've always found the Borg really scary when they're full on, like in First Contact, where they're taking over the ship. Like, terrifying, relentless, just very, very scary. At one point, when the Queen was sort of becoming more powerful with the shared body, I don't know if you noticed that the Borg music kind of started up just a little bit.
Oh, I did not.
Just that it's very subtle, but I was like, oh, that really helped set the tone for the Borg Queen kind of asserting control.
Oh, and then she just, the song thing was like,
that was nuts.
It was nuts. Like, it was nuts.
So does she actually? Does Alison Pill actually sing? Was that actually her? Because if it was, she was incredible.
I think so.
That was great. It seemed like her.
Yeah, it did. It didn't feel like, when they pipe in some other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but Raffi says, so Jurati can sing. Or maybe the Borg Queen can sing.
Well, exactly, right? That was because, she can do a diversion, and she can but we've already seen her be so awkward and so
super out of character for her.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Big time. So that was, but then now I have enough endorphins to.
All right, I got a bunch of other little things here to tick off before I get to the big one. One of the big ones. Confirmed in subtitles, Talon curses in Romulan. It's in the subtitles. It speaks Romulan.
What?
Yeah. So what's going on there? And then that made me think, okay, is this Laris put into a role by Q,
right?
And even she's not aware. And then again, it makes me question: is this whole timeline a big Q fake out, like the Robin Hood thing or something, with obviously real consequences for their lives and stuff? But is this all just a Q fantasy land like Robin Hood? but then he seems to be losing his power. Like, I don't know, it's such a mystery this time.
Or is Laris something other than what she appears to be, or even that she doesn't know what she is? Like, maybe
one identity or the other is not what it seems.
Yeah.
Like, either Talon's not aware she's Laris, or Laris is not aware she's Talon.
Yeah,
one or the other.
exactly.
I would buy that Laris is, like, maybe she's supposed to watch over the Picard line or something. You know, I don't know. Too many questions, not enough answers.
I know.
But anyway, let's get to the big one, the Picard thing, the conversation of Picard with Picard. And last week I said the one thing I didn't want was for them to just read her fucking chemical levels in her brain and go, oh, she's getting depressed, go cheer up. No, that didn't happen. Picard went and talked to her. And I have all these notes here, and it says Picard talking to Picard, and then underneath it is just a blank line because I literally couldn't think of anything to write. I just couldn't. He just had a conversation with her. He wasn't pandering or condescending, nothing like that. It was just, again, the fucking sheer humanity of Jean-Luc Picard comes through, and I just couldn't write. It was wonderful. But he's like, fear. She's like, fear is this, and he's like, no, fear is just like, he was like, he didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't just tell her what she wanted to hear. He was just honest, and that was big for me. It was a really, really special little scene, I thought.
And he said, he said it because I actually took it back. He said, sometimes those who shine the brightest experience the sting of fear and melancholy in ways that others can never understand.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had tears when that conversation was happening because it's how many of us know what Rene Picard goes through. You know, well, things a lot less epic than fucking going to Europa. I mean, for some of us, going to the fucking store is, a big anxiety-inducing episode. So, I liked the way they handled it. I was really happy with it.
Yeah.
There's another line here when they were before the conversation watching her. Quote, she looks all right. I think it was Talon. So she looks all right, but she's gotten good at putting on an act. And I know everyone that deals with mental health was like, oof.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, like there's a mask in place a lot of the time. So yeah, heavy shit, man.
Yeah.
But good.
Yes.
It's all right to talk about it. That's fucking great.
And talking about it, talking about shit is so good. Oh.
I really like Rene Picard too. I think I really dig her.
Yes, like her. Me too. Yeah, that was.
I'm invested in her success.
Yeah,
I guess everyone is, but as a viewer, I'm like, yeah, go. Right after that quote, actually, they cut to Raffi at the bar, and she's dealing with her own addiction issues. She's like, you want a drink? She's like, nah, I'm good, kind of thing. So there's nothing's too little to.
Absolutely.
Kind of address.
And that was something about Raffi, like right off the bat, that I loved that they went there with her, and it wasn't just like her whole identity wasn't just that. Yeah,
just a part of who she is, but it's not, that's not who she is.
I have that written down in quotations. I'm the wisest of them all, but I'm not sure. Oh, Picard said it.
Yeah. She said, Renee said, aren't you a little old in years to be security guard? And he just is like, oh, but
yes.
I'm the wisest. That was cute.
He's, I appreciate the fact that the line between Patrick Stewart and Jean-Luc Picard has blurred so much, but I mean, he's always said that too, that he himself sort of doesn't even know now where one stops and the other starts.
Just totally. It's not the same thing at all, but I remember someone on the red carpet was interviewing Robert Downey Jr. and she went, so Tony, and she's like, oh wait, sorry, and he's like, it's okay, happens all the time. Different flavor, but same kind of thing. That line is totally blurred, but in Jean-Luc's case, it's a very good thing.
Exactly.
How about Rios? Do you think he's going to stay in the 21st century? I'm a little worried.
It feels that way. It definitely, where he's like, it's real cigar,
Yeah, he's into it. He likes it. He's terrified a little bit of it, but he seems to.
I actually wrote down, I was like, Rios is staying.
cast your bets right now. I think he's gonna stick behind too.
Yeah, like I don't know that he's just gonna decide. Like I feel like something may sort of,
yeah,
make it happen.
Well, Doctor's got to stop being mad at him first because she's pretty mad at him right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think she.
Speaking of the Doctor, the defibrillator, where it like that was amazing.
Yeah, on his golden body.
Oh yeah,
that was very subtle, but it was a great reminder. Yeah, that he's in a new body. It's like, what organs did he have transplanted? All of them. Well, I guess that's true. My first thought was, for a second, I forgot he was in that body, but he had that artificial heart from before, so even that might have been. I don't know what that would do with the defibrillator.
And then Rios is like, maybe your kid was messing with it. She's just.
You throw my kid under the bus. Thanks, pal. Great guy.
I said next week will be the journey to the center of the Picard.
Oh yeah, he's stuck in his own head now. A lot of stuff tumbling.
I feel like
that's
there. Good because we'll get some answers about what he's carrying around with him. It's really nice the way that they've fit these new elements in with the story that we already know of him, like with his. I mean, they haven't talked about his brother really, but the fact that he definitely wasn't in line with the rest of the family, or at least like the dad and the brother.
Yeah.
And, that his dad had some very strong ideas about things.
Yeah, have we seen him in any of the flashbacks yet, or has he just been sort of intimated through?
No, I think it's just been sort of a suggestion.
Oh boy, pity that they show that guy, the actor's gonna be like, you son of a bitch, you were mean old man Picard.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they haven't referenced the brother and the family that died in the fire kind of thing. Like, because Jesus Christ, Picard's lost a lot. Think about all the shit he's been through. With the fucking Locutus, the Inner Light episode, just normally losing family through a tragedy that's not anything to do with space stuff or sci-fi. It's just normal human tragedy. Like, and he's still got time to fucking be human to everyone around.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Try to save the entire Romulan Empire, basically single-handedly,
We can't say enough about this guy.
Disgrace. I know. And honestly, the fact that he's able to have these insights about, depression and struggling, and it makes sense. Like, yeah,
it's kind of cool because you don't really think of Picard as being a guy who would deal with depression, but the way he's talking, it makes, you're right. It's like he's no stranger to it, and it's just probably those quiet moments in the ready room or in his quarters that we never got to see.
Yeah.
Picard's self-doubt and shit. Like, I'm sure he's had to deal with that. PTSD alone. I mean, holy fuck.
Exactly.
I mean, how would you even go back to the job after the Borg thing alone? Like, holy fuck.
It's a lot.
God damn. Picard making us feel our feelings.
I know. So, just a little trivia note. The Europa mission, or actually, it's not the Europa mission. It's the ship that Renee was looking up at in the where she was up hiding is the ship that is featured in the opening credits of Enterprise.
I knew it looked familiar. I thought it tickled the Enterprise memory for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the name of it escapes me at the moment, but I did pick that up in my travels this week.
She called it Spike because of the engines or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so the whole, Soong thing.
That's the next big thing we got to cover. Adam Soong, tragic figure. But now he's, I'm looking at him differently now. One, because of the whole mad scientist thing, and we were right.
Right?
Corey's not the first. Apparently there's been a lot, which the more they showed, fucking got more and more disconcerting. I think he's
dark.
Pretty much, he's pretty crazy, I think.
Yeah.
I shouldn't use the word crazy, but you know what I mean. Mad scientist thing. He's just single-minded, driven. But the reason I don't like him now, he's ceased to become a sympathetic character for me. Not because of that, is because after all his machinations of trying to stop Picard, what's he do? Runs him over with a fucking car. Imagine Q. He's on texting, run him over now. Fuck it. Like.
That was madness. I mean, to be fair, he was aiming for Renee. We're thinking in like if you think in 24th century terms, okay. But man,
this is what Q has fallen to. Run him over with the car.
Yeah,
Do it.
right?
Run her over with the car.
Yeah, that he's having to like put this like sick him, you know?
Yeah. You think Q was on speakerphone? Do it.
Yeah, that was wild.
How far Q has fallen that this is what we're coming to is. It seems weird to me though that Q has chosen Sung to be the instrument of trying to stop Renee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have gotten anybody. He could have gotten Rando off the street, like, here's a pistol, go kill this astronaut. So why Sung? I mean, obviously it's got something to do with the future.
Yeah.
This fascist future, because Sung was that giant hologram. So
yeah,
there's a big end game here that I just don't see how it all fits together yet. No. Which both drives me nuts, totally. And I love.
I know. I do too, because it's we're looking at like 4 more episodes, and like there's so much more. It's not just gonna like skid out at the end.
No,
like,
I don't think so.
Like there's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, the random note here about Girardi doing her distraction. The band just goes with it.
Right.
They're like, oh, fuck it, play. They just went right along with it. I guess they just thought it was
somebody suggested that it was basically like Marty McFly going up to the band and being like, okay, this is in the key something, watch me for the changes and try to keep up. We just did. Yeah, we just didn't see that bit.
Yes. Yeah, maybe she said that before she came out. Either way, it worked. It was good.
Actually, should have thrown that line in there. I think that would have been sick.
Oh, here's what I wrote down. Sung hits Jean-Luc with his fucking car. Q is a fucker. I mean, Q's always been a little charming, and we've never really hated him, but now I'm really angry with Q.
I know, right?
It's like, now, Q, you're finally a villain in my eyes, you fucker.
I wrote down Sung with like 4 or 5 O's. Sung!
Love it.
I think we will see Q again.
Yes.
Possibly in a different location.
I hope he's not using that German accent anymore. Okay, the fascist future has the Borg Queen captive. Sung's tied up in all this. If Girardi's going into the city, let's say she starts assimilating people. What if somehow Borg tech is integral to this fascist future, but it's like barely under their control or something? And maybe the fascist future, they finally used the Borg tech. They've gotten the use out of it, so it's all right. Let's kill the queen, and as a big PR stunt to rally all the racist, anti-alien people or something. Maybe she's outlived her usefulness or something.
Right.
And I'm reaching at the moment, but
no. Well, because it could be anything, right? It could be like, trying to think, like, are Borg nanoprobes part of how Sung manages to do whatever he does?
Yeah.
I
think so.
Which is basically what you just said, actually.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that was going to be my next thought too. Is like this Sung is connected to all this, so the Borg tech may be the promise of this perfect human race,
right?
With no flaws. We can save his daughter with it or something like that. Because there's got to be a reason they got Sung tied up in all this story so intricately, and not just to have Brent Spiner in it. In this season, they could have found a million ways to have Brent Spiner in it.
Speaking of which, I'm very interested in how he's going to be in season 3.
Yeah, because if it's everyone older, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a million ways they could do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it does seem, because they sort of like close the data arc, like...
Yeah. Is B4 going to be evolved now with Data's memories or something like that? Like,
yeah, it's interesting.
Do you think if they brought Data back somehow, like his consciousness put into a new body, do you think that would be a cheap move, or would dilute Data's sacrifice and Nemesis, or would everyone just be like, fuck it, Data's back?
Oh, because in season 1, he wanted to die. Like, he wanted to have a complete, like...
mortality, an arc.
Yes. I almost feel like if they brought him back, he'd be like, fuck you guys.
Oh man, that'd be a hell of a gateway into season 3, as if all this ended up with Q somehow. Somehow Data gets returned or something like that. That'd be a hell of a fucking ending.
Like the one tweak on this universe is
Imagine. I wonder what the fans would think of that if that happened.
I don't know. I mean, I have a good amount of faith. I feel. I don't think they're going to screw this up. I'm saying it now. I don't think they're going to screw this up. I think it's going to be.
No, I don't think they will. It's just our gears are turning on theories even as we're going along. What if somehow he gets brought back, but Q does something like he did with Wesley, made Wesley a grown man and stuff. He brings Data back, but you're a human now. Oh. You have you're a complete human, so that he looks like old Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
Like somehow he's a real boy now, kind of thing.
That would be wild, actually.
Was Lore destroyed? Is he gone for good?
I was thinking, I don't think they ever destroyed him. I think he was disassembled. He was definitely disassembled.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he ended up.
Right. It'd be the same problem anyway. They would still have to do constant DH CGI.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, why couldn't they just use Lore? I'm like, oh, because he's the same guy.
They have to do it in a way that accounts for the actor being an older man now. Yeah. Otherwise, it really won't work.
Yeah. I don't know. It's.
This is the big question now. I mean, obviously the rest of them is easy to figure out, but how do we get Brent Spiner as Data back into season 3? Oh man, I'm gonna be thinking about that now.
I know. I mean, I keep thinking just how is any of this going to go into season 3? Is it a completely standalone story arc? Does it lead from this into that? Yeah,
it's true because the story from season 1 doesn't have much to do with the story from season 2 beyond the characters being established and developed, and now we're on another adventure. But yeah, it wasn't really a continuation. It was a new adventure entirely.
Yeah.
So that's my money's on that new adventure entirely. But whatever happens in this season will play a part.
I feel like Seven and Raffi will definitely carry over, I think, into season 3, particularly because the idea of a 7 of 9 spinoff, I feel like they know it's a good idea.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
Well, she's doing all that Ranger stuff, man. I'd watch a show about her doing Ranger shit.
Exactly, sure. Right? Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I think they should do that.
And yeah, I think so too. So I feel like they're not going to just be like, okay, goodbye, all of you new crew people.
Yeah, so whether Rio stays in the past or not will be, I think, the determining factor in whatever the fuck's happened with Agnes. Although, I don't know, I feel like Agnes is the one that's closest to the character as we know her being over. And if she's around, she's going to be something new. I could see, if she becomes like the new Borg queen and this new race of Borg joins the Federation, that Agnes is going to be the Federation, like the contact person. Like, okay, we have to go see the Borg queen. You mean Agnes? Yes. We need her help.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That it's like the next evolution, that they're not just not mindless, but they're not just feeding and growing, that they have some kind of, I don't know, a system of morality, something like I feel like Agnes has been developed, especially in her interactions with the Borg Queen, to be a significant mental strength,
I think she's just going to humanize the Borg. She's going to bring them, obviously the Borg, obviously the Borg have absorbed all these people and all their cultures, so they know everything about them, but this is the first time a Borg queen's mind seems to have become completely entwined with an individual. It's new, you know what I mean? And there's going to be repercussions. One thing I do feel sure of is we are going to see Agnes's face under that Borg mask from the first episode. I feel like we're going to see her. I think it's going to be weird as fuck.
Me too.
I think we're going to get to see that. I'm still not unconvinced that the La Sirena is the Borg ship in the episode 1 that it got built upon and Borgified. I don't know. I just feel like that could be a thing.
That's very interesting. Oh my god. I think I think you might be right. Oh, God. Huh. Sorry, I'm just like doing temporal paradoxes.
So as I finish up this episode, outside right now it is sunny and beautiful, and to be honest, I've already been down to the beach once to smoke a joint. Spring is definitely in the air, so go somewhere there is trees and water. Your seasonal depression will fucking hate it, and your soul will love it. But do be careful. As sick of hearing about COVID as we all are, it's still out there, so be smart. And I don't know about you guys, but if I have any moments this week where I think I can't do something, I'm going to picture Jean-Luc in my head telling me what's up. See you guys next week for more Star Trek. Take care of yourselves. Vinzer Flinn, signing off.